everybody. I haven't made a video in a long time. Spanish Man TV presented by Shiba Comics and Things. You know what type of books we sell in Shiba Comics. 9.8s. We occasionally got below that from like this one right here. This Moon Knight. Number 190. Not a bad price, for a nice little baby collector. Want to start his collection? That's decent. So you got the other things that I have, but Shiba Comic Present. We're gonna talk about Shiba Inu and Bone, but really about Shiba Inu because everything is about Shiba. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to Shiba. Let's go right here. Look at Shiba Inu, man. Fully diluted market cap. That's a ridiculous number right there. That's what? 25 billion? Almost 26 billion. That's what I mean. I'm not good, but I can't see that well. But I need to go to see the eye doctor. I got a little reading glasses, but I think, yeah, 25 billions. Alright, so look at that. Fully diluted. Look at supply. Then, we got over here the SHIB report. Where you got 41% burnt with 59% out. And that's still a lot of tokens, but we're gonna look at Shiba distribution. Look at Shiba, man. Ignoring this one right here because this is the burn wallet. Nobody has access to it. Coins go into this wallet almost every day, and I think it's another wallet that does that, but this wallet, I think this is the wallet. Everything burns, constantly going there, and it's a mechanism that was crafted beautifully because it was activated by the community. The thing that attracted me to Shiba Inu is its construct. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean. The way it was made. As we go down this story, like Shiba Inu was released as a decentralized contract in Uniswap as a trading pair. Then 10 Ethereum versus a ridiculous amount of Shiba. And now 41% gone, and we are playing in the game, the ultimate game of chicken. At the very base of Shiba Inu, it's a simple game theory of chicken, but it's played in such a way and in such a grand scale that it's ridiculous. So now, the byproduct, 41 gone, 59 in the game. 2 years in. Nice. That's another thing, 2 years. In 2 years, Shiba Inu has been able to almost fully deploy and have all the big players take a chunk of the game. That's the highest player being Binance right here at 9%. You got Crypto.com at 1.7%. And then you got all the OKs, then you got KuCoin, you got another Binance gem, you got Gate.io, Parabu, got another Gate.io, Hobbit, Gemini. Polynex, FTX exchange, virtual. You see all these exchanges, man. All these exchanges got skin in the game. In this game, Shiba Inu is truly a currency because it's completely like dispersed and it has a lot of players in it. And these are just the super whales. We're not talking about the killer whales, the little Ethereum wallets, not the killer whales. These, those are the killer whales. These are like the blue whales. These are the ultimate jumps. Like, you think this coin gonna ever go anywhere? Nah. This coin has become their currency. It's trying to establish itself as a currency. Shiba Inu. And Shiba Inu first product. Shiba Inu first product is Bone. And then the way Bone is being deployed through Shiba Swap. This is why it's called Shiba Swap. Shiba Swap, the entire purpose of Shiba Swap is to deploy your utility token of Shiba Inu. This is Shiba Inu first product. Like this is his ultimate weapon. These right here. But this is the first weapon right here of Shiba Inu. So people are talking about like, you not talking about shit. You not burning shit. Man, you're not understanding the game that is being played right now. Shiba Inu is already fully deployed. Shiba Inu is in the wild. It's nothing nobody could do other than buying it. When it comes to Shiba Inu, you could create any other coin. But when it comes to Shiba Inu, you want to play in the Shiba world, you gotta buy Shiba from the contract that is out in that web, that smart contract, or go to the market. And as we saying right here, the market is heavily traded. Let's go in. Let's see. 24 1 billion.2 trade. Like, look at that money moving every day, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a nice play. It's become a tradable currency. It's Shiba Inu is an asset, a liquid asset. That's what Shiba Inu is. That is completely decentralized and completely public. And when the laws come out in the States, man, this is my opinion, man. I'm just talking some Cholo Damas right here. Don't evil. Letting this is what I think. What Shiba Inu is. Shiba Inu has established the hardest part of all that every other token envy to do. They envy to have these many exchanges holding and trading their token back and forward and holding value in that ecosystem. And the reason they chose Shiba Inu, and they're gonna keep choosing Shiba Inu, and then see, this is the first wave. The second wave is gonna be corporations buying Shiba Inu. Okay, Shiba Inu is out there. Shiba Inu's done exactly what I wanted to do. Shiba Inu main purpose has been established. Now all Shiba Inu gotta do is just feed his babies. And the first baby of sheep is bone. Bone is the very true weapon of Shiba Inu. Because it was created decentralized. It has all the hallmark of the spirit of Shiba Inu. And I gotta applaud them to them. Because once bone become completely operational, when shibarium comes into play, and then shibarium sounds very promising. And the only reason I could say that is because if the main team of producing shibarium is unification, with some of those devs from this iteration of devs that are heading Shiba Inu, they're not really heading Shiba Inu. The only reason they are doing what they're doing is they bought into Shiba Inu, grabbed their Shiba Inu, and then invested and created this right here. Okay, this is their baby, and this is the very first product that Shiba Inu's coming out with, which is bone, and they are the creators. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Like there's other people just talking some rise, like you not talking too much about Shiba. You doing this, you doing that, dude. Shut up. They can't do nothing about Shiba, man. Shiba is fully deployed and completely public. All they could do is develop tech on SHIB. I applaud them for seeing the opportunity and saying, hey, the hardest part has been done. The currency was created that is decentralized, which would allow you to now deploy your decentralized dApps, your decentralized idea. But you first need a neutral third party, and that's what SHIB represents. Genius, man, genius. You know, don't complain too much that SHIB has a lot of SHIBs out there, man. The community is gonna eventually burn, and that's gonna snowball. But also, people gotta understand that SHIB, the Inu, was designed to take over all exchange of value. Oh, not take over. Let me rephrase that. Embed and be that exchange of value. Because the ecosystem that's going to be within SHIB is going to be so stable and safe contained, and the true value of the user is going to be represented that is going to attract users, and then the amplifications of constantly getting users. But SHIB already done the hardest part. SHIB became a currency, a digital currency with a high trading volume, a very liquid asset. It became the attribute, and the attribute was only achieved because of the community itself. And then the big players saw it and realized that that's also their salvation. Come on, bro. And now you have unification being like these dudes, these devs contracting unification. That was genius. That's the most genius thing you've done. Because the enterprise tools that unification will give shibarium If shibarium has all these tools built inside of shibarium, bone has an extremely great future. And I mean 1000x, 5 years. No advice, man. That's just my opinion. Because what they built here, the option that they have, combine that with the force of users that Shiba Inu has, you have a million point 1 users that you could see, and not and you might have another 3 millions that are unseen, that are held in exchanges. Because remember, you have over 100 exchanges. You got the top 100 exchanges carrying you, and we know by law of something that you trade in, for the exchange to carry it, they have to go and buy it. And we know that Shiba Inu, the only way you can get it is you gotta go to the market. Because you gotta buy in to play in the game. It's not free. They want to collect in the game. They want to collect from the Shiba Inu users. Then they have to pay. They gotta buy in. So you have all this, and the first product that they built, that Shiba Inu spirit gave birth to, philosophy gave birth to, was bone through Shiba Swap. And then you didn't charge for this bone. The only way this bone you could buy it is another player is trying to sell it to you. The contract doesn't sell bone. The bones that you're buying is the bones that are out there and people are selling. And those bones will give it to them for free for participating and supporting this page right here. Genius deployment. Where to deploy. Because by you deploying in this manner and have it done like in less than 2 years, completely deployed, and have those things out there, and then you're going to use that contract, the bone contract, to govern shibarium, which has been built by some of those devs because they want some special things probably, and enterprise unification. And unification builds for enterprise. But I think this is unification, what you call it, prototype. So unification has a lot of things riding on the performance of this bone contract that is sitting on Shiba Swap, and it's almost fully deployed. It's only 250 million tokens since inception, and you know it started just last summer. So in less than a year, you fully deployed, almost like a 87%. Like you gonna be completely out soon, ahead of schedule. Why are you pushing the schedule fast? You're pushing your bones out there, and the only way you can get them is you gotta stake. You gotta provide liquidity. You gotta participate, and then you get your bone. But see, unification is built in shibarium, which bone is the native gas token. And then you have all these features that could be put into shibarium. And some more because of the architecture. I think shibarium is ETH on steroids. Like really, like not even on steroids, meaning like it's ETH but better. Like It's like it doesn't, shibarium doesn't need ETH. My read on all of this, like let's say shibarium become very successful and Shiba Inu matures, let's say 10 years from now, you you know, and you got shibarium mature too, because of the architecture of unification, because I've been reading to how they do business, like what they're trying to do. Because of their architecture, they could be on any chain or be their own chain or be agnostics to any chain or accept all chains. And remember, Bone is Shib's first true project. Leash and all that, that's like a little side brother, John. Leash is gonna be worth something. But the true, because of the nature of shibarium, shibarium is gonna give birth to a lot of other chains, and all those other chains and dApps that could branch off to other chains because of the architecture right here. The number one currency is gonna be Shiba Inu. That's why it's like you build an Ethereum within Ethereum, but eventually SHIB is gonna get too big for Ethereum. That's my thesis. SHIB, not my thesis, man. That's just the way nature is. I believe SHIB gonna rival Ethereum one day in terms because of Shibarium, and SHIB is gonna be like the Bitcoin. Like you see how Bitcoin is to Ethereum. A lot of people don't know that Bitcoin and Ethereum are really like married together. It's too many smart contracts on that trading pair that is locked. They're intertwined. They are locked. Like a lot of people may not know that, but those are locked. Like in the market of the movement of all this value, those two, because they came step by step as the ecosystem evolved, they locked. They are codependent. So like Shiba is it's a combination of both of them put together. That's what Shiba is. And Shiba amount of tokens out there is not his weakness. That's actually Shiba's strength. Don't let me get me wrong. The community burning Shiba and dApps developing, and their aim is to burn Shiba, fulfills the game of chicken theory part. But it's beautiful because it's the community doing it. It's so beautiful. Wow. This the architecture of the Shiba universe, Shiba Inu universe, is fascinating. And that's why I invested in that universe. I don't know if I'm crazy, but this is a first of its type. So you can't be complaining about like you don't do too much for Shiba when like they doing exactly what they're supposed to do for Shiba, you know. Give birth to Bone. And then Bone will give birth to She. And once she gets here and embed itself inside Shiba Inu trifecta, trilemma. Like, see, that's that manifestation of the trifecta. Bone, Shiba Inu, leash is like that circle around that triangle that only intersect at certain points, at 3 points, and the other area of leash is its own devices because they live in another plane. They into the cultural aspect of this ecosystem versus the other one are more into the value assets of the ecosystem. Brilliant, man. Gotta give it to them. That Ryoshi guy. I think this was accidentally. Because this is impossible to plan. Like, this is some nature, some natural forces doing its thing as evolution. And Shiba Inu is the Trojan horse. Wow. Unbelievable. That it came as man best friend. God bless you and Cholo Damas again.